How to make someone who doesn't value you obsessed with you. Have you ever wondered why some people seem to overlook your worth? In the world of human relationships, we often encounter people who don't value us as they should. This can happen in any sphere, love, work, or even within our own families. What if I told you there's a way to turn the tables and make those who don't value you become obsessed with you? Today, we're going to dive into the psychology of attraction and the principles of Stoicism to discover how to transform indifference into fascination. Imagine a person who is constantly ignored, underestimated, or dismissed, not only by their partner, but also by colleagues, friends, and family. This person, despite their numerous qualities and talents, goes unnoticed. But what would happen if suddenly that indifference turned into obsession? The human mind is a complex enigma, and understanding its workings is essential to mastering our relationships and our environment. As the Stoic philosopher Epictetus said, "It's not what happens to you, but how you react to it that matters." This principle reminds us that the perception of being undervalued can be transformed from within. With the right knowledge, we can become true magnets of attraction. However, it's crucial to use this knowledge responsibly, aligning our actions with Stoic principles of virtue and wisdom. It's not about manipulating others' emotions, but cultivating authenticity and self-respect. When we value and respect ourselves, we project that energy to the world, attracting people who truly appreciate and value who we are. Likely, you've had someone who didn't value you enough, a co-worker who underestimates your skills, a friend who doesn't appreciate your loyalty, or even a family member who doesn't recognize your effort. The truth is, deep down, we all desire what we can't easily have. This is one of the great paradoxes of human attraction, well understood by Stoics like Seneca. Seneca advised seeking serenity and self-sufficiency, for true happiness lies in enjoying the present without anxiously depending on the future. In this video, we will uncover how to become a magnet of attraction, but it's essential to use this information carefully and responsibly. Use this knowledge to improve your relationships and to grow as a person. The Stoics taught that we should always act with virtue, seeking the greater good because the happiness of your life depends on the quality of your thoughts. As Marcus Aurelius once said, the fascinating world of the human mind holds tricks and techniques that can transform our relationships in surprising ways. Today, we will delve into the secrets of psychology and Stoicism to understand how to capture the attention of someone who has lost interest. These approaches will allow us to better understand the mechanisms of attraction and apply Stoic principles to strengthen our presence and value in relationships. If you want someone to become obsessed with you again, this video is for you. It doesn't matter if you've been abandoned or undervalued. We're going to change that dynamic. The key is to turn the suffering you felt into a powerful obsession with you. Throughout life, you'll meet many people who, at the beginning of a relationship, show great interest in you. But over time, that interest may wane. What can you do to keep the spark alive and ensure that everything stays as it was on the first day? The answer lies in a powerful technique known as the law of scarcity. This technique, commonly used in sales, can be your ally in personal relationships. But what exactly is this technique, and how can you apply it to your life? The law of scarcity is based on the principle that people value more what is limited or difficult to obtain. Applied to relationships, this technique implies showing that your time, attention, and love are valuable and not available indefinitely. Imagine your attention as a scarce resource. If you demonstrate that your time and energy are not always available, the other person will start to value you more. This technique not only keeps interest alive, but also reinforces your own value in the relationship. It's crucial to use this knowledge responsibly. We don't want to manipulate, but to build relationships based on mutual respect and appreciation. The Stoics emphasize the importance of setting healthy boundaries and demonstrating our intrinsic value. Imagine you're in a supermarket walking down aisles full of products. There's one particular item you see every time you go, always in the same place, always available. You know it will be there tomorrow, unchanged, without surprises. This product doesn't create urgency in you. It doesn't spark immediate desire. Now think of those special occasions when a new product appears, something different and innovative, but it's only available for a few days. Suddenly, everyone seems to want it. No one wants to miss the opportunity to get it. Or consider those moments when a product you love goes on sale and quickly disappears from the shelves because everyone rushes to buy it. This is the essence of the law of scarcity. When something is perceived as limited or exclusive, its value increases and people rush to obtain it. This principle doesn't just apply to products, but also to our personal relationships. It's important to remember that if you show yourself always available, if you respond immediately every time your partner calls or writes to you, you may lose value in their eyes. Constant availability can make them lose interest, knowing you will always be there no matter what. So how do you apply the law of scarcity in your relationships? Start by valuing your time and attention. It's not about playing games, but about showing that your time is valuable and not always available. This will not only help you maintain your partner's interest, but also allow you to set healthy boundaries and foster mutual respect. Just like the exclusive products in the supermarket, you should value yourself and show that your presence is not something to be taken for granted. When you demonstrate that your time and attention are precious, others will start to value you more. Remember, it's not about manipulation, but about recognizing and communicating your own value. By doing this, you not only strengthen your relationships, but also ensure you are treated with the respect and consideration you deserve. In relationships, it's easy to fall into the trap of saying yes to everything, especially when someone pleases us a lot. We want to be always available to that person, adapting to their schedules and plans. However, this is not always the best way to build a healthy relationship. It's crucial to understand that not being always available can have a positive effect on the relationship. Keeping your own plans, having your own schedules, and cultivating friendships outside the relationship are essential aspects to maintain interest and mutual respect. Imagine that this person calls you and wants to see you, but at that moment you are not available. This small act of not always being at their disposal can spark their curiosity and make them want to be with you even more. People value what they cannot easily have. It's important to remember that your time is valuable and that having a rich and full life outside the relationship not only benefits you, but also the relationship itself. This shows that you are an independent and self-assured person, qualities that are highly attractive. This is a lesson many people learn the hard way, through experience and mistakes. One person shared their story of how, in the past, they made the mistake of always being available for someone they liked a lot. They adapted to that person's schedules, excused behaviors they didn't like, and always said yes to everything. Inevitably, this didn't end well. By recognizing and correcting these mistakes, they learned a valuable lesson, the importance of maintaining their independence and valuing themselves. By not being always available, they showed that their time and attention were precious, which in turn increased their attractiveness and respect. In a relationship, it's not about playing games, but about setting healthy boundaries and demonstrating that you value yourself. By doing this, you not only improve your relationships, but also ensure you are treated with the respect you deserve. Once upon a time, there was a person who met someone they really liked, a very attractive and charming person. They were excited to spend time with this person, but in that enthusiasm, they made a common mistake. They put themselves in a position of inferiority and placed the other on a pedestal. This is something we must avoid if we want someone to be genuinely interested in us. It's essential to maintain our value and not put ourselves in a position of inferiority. Returning to the anecdote, this person noticed that the object of their interest was extremely accommodating, always willing to do whatever they wanted. This behavior, instead of attracting them, overwhelmed their interest. Every time they asked what he preferred to do, the answer was always, "Whatever you want." This lack of initiative and personality made the relationship monotonous and dull. This accommodating and personality-less behavior is something that can happen to any of us when we show ourselves excessively willing and always available. The other person may stop valuing us. It's an important lesson. Don't beg for love. Instead, value yourself and show your own personality and preferences. The key here is to have your own value, not to put yourself in a position of inferiority or try to please all the time. Showing your true personality and having your own opinions will make the other person respect and value you more. Personal value is something we must cultivate. When we value ourselves, we increase our attractiveness and our value in the eyes of others. It's not about being arrogant, but about recognizing and communicating your own worth. There's a secret to attracting people and making them obsessed with you. You might think the key is to become the best version of yourself, to become someone truly unstoppable. When you focus on improving and taking care of yourself, you not only attract the person who didn't value you enough, but also inspire admiration from everyone around you. People will start to wonder how they could have overlooked someone so amazing. Imagine taking all that energy you used to invest in pleasing and satisfying others and redirecting it towards yourself. Imagine focusing on your own interests, passions, and well-being. This is the first step to becoming immensely attractive. Starting by taking care of yourself physically is fundamental. Going to the gym, maintaining a healthy diet, and taking care of your appearance will not only make you feel better about yourself, but also boost your self-esteem. When you feel good inside, you project that confidence and positive energy to the outside world. But it's not just about the physical. Cultivating your mind is equally important. Being a person with whom one can have rich and positive conversations will make you even more attractive. Dedicate time to learning new things, developing your interests, and having an open and curious mindset. And of course, we can't forget economic independence. Having your own projects, being entrepreneurial, and being financially independent will give you an irresistible sense of security and confidence. When you don't need anyone to feel complete, you're the one who chooses who to share your time and energy with. Imagine for a moment being the person everyone wants to have by their side, becoming a true icon not only in the physical realm, but also mentally and emotionally. This is not just a dream, it's an achievable reality with dedication and focus. To be that person everyone desires, it's crucial to work on different aspects of your life, not just the physical, which includes taking care of your health and appearance, but also the mental, keeping an active and knowledge-filled mind. But there's one aspect that is often overlooked and equally important, the emotional. Who would want to be with someone who is always sad, depressed, or complaining? No one in their right mind would desire such company, so it's essential to learn to care for and cultivate your emotions. If you feel there are emotional wounds that need healing, it's time to work on them. There's no shame in seeking help to reflect and improve your emotional well-being. We all have something to heal, and it's a necessary step to becoming the best version of yourself. Here comes the law of supply and demand. When you become this irresistible person, you not only attract many people, but also have the power to choose who you want to be with. You'll decide who to let into your life and who not to. It's a plan that not only sounds good, but is entirely achievable. I invite you to start today. Say out loud and proudly, "I am irresistible." and affirm your new state of being. When you project this energy and confidence, those who didn't value you before will start to admire and desire you. Take people off that pedestal and put your value forward. Remember, becoming a desirable person is not just to attract others, but to live a full and satisfying life. In romantic relationships, it's crucial to stop wasting time chasing those who are not suitable for you. Stop insisting and trying to change the person who clearly isn't for you. You wonder how to know who the right person is. The right person for you meets two essential criteria. First, they want to be with you. Second, they share your vision of life. It's simple. If someone wants to be with you, you won't have to chase or convince them. They will be present and willing to build a life together. In the past, many people, by not meeting these criteria, fell into the mistake of placing themselves below their partners, trying to change the nature of the relationship, constantly yielding, hoping that over time, things would change. The problem with this attitude is that you can lose yourself in the process. By yielding and trying to adapt excessively, you may end up disfiguring your personality. The person who initially attracted your partner is no longer the same, and this can lead to insecurity and submission, thus losing your personal power. On the other hand, there's also the risk of falling into the opposite extreme, wanting to control everything, chasing, interrogating, and trying to have everything under control. This is also not the solution. If the person is right for you, you won't need to do any of that. The relationship will flow naturally and simply. So remember, if someone is truly for you, you won't need to chase them or change your essence to adapt. Healthy and true relationships are built on mutual respect and natural compatibility. However, to achieve and maintain this kind of relationship, it's essential to apply certain Stoic principles that can guide us on our journey of self-knowledge and personal strengthening. Stoic philosophy offers valuable tools to transform our mindset and behavior, making us more attractive and respectable in the eyes of others. Here are 7 Stoic lessons that can help you become someone others value and eventually desire. These lessons aren't just strategies to attract attention, but principles for cultivating a strong and virtuous character based on self-mastery and wisdom. Lesson 1. Know your worth. Recognizing and valuing your own worth is one of the fundamental bases of Stoicism and a crucial step for others to value you too. The Stoics believed that true strength comes from within and should not depend on external approval or recognition. This philosophy teaches that we should find our worth in our virtues and actions, not in others' opinions. In the context of human relationships, knowing your worth means not begging for anyone's attention or approval. When you know and appreciate your own value, you project an aura of self-confidence that naturally attracts others. It's this confidence that sparks interest and admiration in those around you. To start applying this lesson in your life, it's important to practice self-appreciation daily. This can be done through reflections on your actions and achievements. For example, at the end of each day, take a few minutes to write down what you did well and what your achievements were, no matter how small. Recognizing these daily victories helps build a solid foundation of self-confidence. Stoic philosophy also teaches us to focus on what is within our control. This includes our actions, thoughts, and responses to life situations. Instead of worrying about others' opinions, concentrate on acting according to your values and principles. When you live according to your convictions without being swayed by others' judgments, you demonstrate an inner strength that is highly attractive. Furthermore, it's important to remember that valuing yourself doesn't mean being arrogant. Self-confidence should come from a place of authenticity and humility. The Stoics emphasized the importance of modesty and wisdom. Knowing your worth means understanding that you are enough and worthy, regardless of external validation. A classic example in Stoic philosophy is Epictetus, who was born a slave but became one of the most important historical philosophers. Epictetus taught that even in the most difficult circumstances, we must maintain dignity and value our own virtues. He showed that by knowing and valuing our own worth, we can overcome any adversity and gain others' respect. Therefore, by practicing this lesson, you will not only strengthen your self-esteem, but also naturally attract the attention and admiration of those around you. After all, when you genuinely value yourself, others begin to notice this confidence and are drawn to it. Remember, knowing your worth is the foundation for building healthy and true relationships. Lesson 2. Control your emotions. One of the most important lessons of Stoicism is controlling your emotions. The Stoics believed that to live a full and balanced life, we must learn to control our emotional reactions. This is particularly relevant in human relationships, where intense emotions often lead to conflicts and misunderstandings. When you can maintain calm and composure, even in challenging situations, you project an image of strength and stability. This is extremely attractive to others because it shows you are not easily shaken by external circumstances. As Epictetus said, it's not what happens to you, but how you react to it that matters. To apply this lesson, start practicing mindfulness and meditation. These methods help increase awareness of your emotions and develop the ability to observe them without being carried away by them. By practicing regularly, you become more skilled at responding in a balanced and controlled manner, which is essential for maintaining healthy relationships and building a life of mutual respect and harmony. When you feel an intense emotion arising, pause for a moment, take a deep breath, and ask yourself, is this reaction useful? Is it aligned with my Stoic values of calm and rationality? Additionally, work to identify the emotional triggers that most often destabilize you. It could be a criticism, a negative comment, or even the lack of response from someone you value. Recognizing these triggers is the first step in responding reflectively to the situation with a rational perspective instead of reacting impulsively. The Stoics also teach the importance of acceptance. Some things are beyond our control, and fighting against them only generates frustration and stress. Accepting things as they are, without being carried away by negative emotions, is a fundamental principle. Marcus Aurelius, one of the great Stoic philosophers, wrote, "Your life depends on the quality of your thoughts." This reminds us that by controlling our emotions, we can directly influence our happiness and well-being. Finally, it's important to remember that controlling your emotions doesn't mean suppressing them. Instead, it's about recognizing emotions as they arise and choosing a thoughtful and conscious response. This not only improves your own life, but also makes you a more stable and reliable presence for those around you, increasing your value and attraction. By practicing emotional control, you not only improve your interpersonal relationships, but also strengthen your character. The ability to remain calm and clear-headed amidst chaos is a valuable skill that attracts respect and admiration, making you a model of Stoic behavior. Lesson 3. Practice self-sufficiency. Self-sufficiency is one of the pillars of Stoicism, and a quality that can profoundly transform your personal relationships. Being self-sufficient means being able to find satisfaction and happiness within yourself, without relying excessively on others for validation or emotional support. This characteristic is highly attractive because it shows that you are an independent and self-assured person. The Stoics believed that true happiness comes from within, and that we should be able to sustain ourselves emotionally, regardless of external circumstances. Seneca, one of the most famous Stoic philosophers, wrote, "The greatest good is contentment with oneself." This philosophy teaches us that the key to happiness and successful relationships is developing the ability to be happy alone. To practice self-sufficiency, start by identifying activities and hobbies that bring you joy and satisfaction. It can be anything that interests you and that you can do alone, like reading, writing, practicing sports, or learning something new. These activities not only provide pleasure, but also help build a sense of achievement and self-confidence. Another important aspect of self-sufficiency is developing practical skills that increase your independence. This can include learning to cook, managing your finances, taking care of your health, and keeping your home organized. These skills not only improve your quality of life, but also increase your self-confidence and independence. Additionally, it's crucial to cultivate a support circle that respects and values your independence. This doesn't mean you should isolate yourself, but rather that you should surround yourself with people who encourage your self-sufficiency and do not try to undermine your confidence. Healthy relationships are those where both partners support each other without becoming dependent on one another. The practice of self-sufficiency also involves accepting your own company. Many people fear being alone because they associate solitude with a lack of worth. However, the Stoics teach that solitude can be an opportunity for self-knowledge and personal growth. Learning to appreciate your own company is a sign of strength and emotional maturity. Finally, remember that self-sufficiency is not synonymous with selfishness. It's about recognizing that to be truly helpful and present for others, you first need to be able to take care of yourself. When you are self-sufficient, you are in a much better position to offer genuine support to others, because your help comes from a place of strength, not need. Practicing self-sufficiency will strengthen your self-confidence and independence, making you a more attractive and resilient person. This will not only improve your personal relationships, but also allow you to live a fuller and more rewarding life. By being self-sufficient, you demonstrate that you can find happiness and satisfaction within yourself, which is a deeply attractive quality to others. Lesson 4. Cultivate resilience. Resilience is a fundamental quality in Stoicism and highly valued in any type of relationship. Being resilient means being able to face adversity, overcome challenges, and recover quickly from setbacks. This ability not only strengthens you as an individual, but also makes you more attractive in others' eyes, as it demonstrates inner strength and stability. The Stoics believed that life is full of inevitable difficulties, and that how we react to these difficulties defines our character. Marcus Aurelius, one of the most renowned Stoic philosophers, wrote, "Adversity does not introduce a man to himself, it reveals him." This phrase encapsulates the essence of Stoic resilience, using difficulties as opportunities for growth and self-knowledge. To cultivate resilience, start by adopting a mindset of acceptance. Accept that life is imperfect and that challenges are an integral part of the human experience. Instead of fighting against adversity or feeling victimized by circumstances, practice acceptance and seek pragmatic solutions. Resilience is not about ignoring problems, but facing them pragmatically and effectively. Another way to develop resilience is through the practice of self-compassion. Be kind to yourself during difficult times and recognize that it's normal to make mistakes and face failures. By treating yourself with kindness, you create a solid emotional foundation that allows you to recover more quickly from setbacks. Epictetus taught that we should be our own best friend, especially during difficult times. Additionally, strengthen your physical and mental resilience through activities that challenge and expand your limits. Regular physical exercise, maintaining a healthy diet, and engaging in mentally stimulating activities like reading and meditation are effective ways to build a resilient foundation. A strong body and mind are more capable of coping with stress and adversity. The Stoics also emphasized the importance of maintaining a positive perspective. This doesn't mean ignoring the negative aspects of life, but rather focusing on what is good and constructive. Maintaining an attitude of gratitude and recognizing blessings, even in difficult times, can strengthen your emotional resilience. Finally, practice resilience in the small things of everyday life. Face small challenges with a positive attitude and use them as opportunities to strengthen your ability to deal with larger problems. Every obstacle overcome, no matter how small, contributes to the development of robust resilience. By cultivating resilience, you become a stronger and more balanced person, capable of facing the ups and downs of life with grace and determination. This quality is attractive because it shows that you can handle difficulties without being overwhelmed, which is inspiring and encouraging to others. Resilience not only improves your personal life, but also strengthens your relationships, as people are naturally drawn to those who demonstrate courage and stability in the face of adversity. Lesson 5. Practice gratitude. Practicing gratitude is one of the most powerful principles of Stoicism and an essential tool for improving your personal relationships and overall well-being. The Stoics believed that gratitude helps us focus on the positive aspects of life and appreciate what we have, rather than lamenting what we lack. This positive attitude is highly attractive and can transform your interactions with others. Marcus Aurelius, one of the most important Stoic philosophers, wrote in his Meditations about the importance of being grateful for everything life offers us, even the difficulties. He believed that every experience, good or bad, is an opportunity for growth and learning. When you arise in the morning, think of what a privilege it is to be alive, to think, to enjoy, to love, he wrote. To practice gratitude, start by making a conscious effort to recognize and appreciate the good things in your life. This can be done through a gratitude journal where you daily note 3 things you are grateful for. These can be small things, like a pleasant conversation, or big things, like health and family. Writing helps solidify these positive thoughts in your mind. Gratitude also involves acknowledging the contributions of others in your life. Express your gratitude to those around you genuinely and regularly. Thanking someone for something they did, no matter how small, strengthens bonds and creates an atmosphere of mutual respect and appreciation. When people feel valued, they tend to value you in return. Moreover, gratitude can be practiced even in times of difficulty. The Stoics teach us to find the positive side in every situation. For example, if you face a challenge at work, be grateful for the opportunity to learn and grow from the experience. This shift in perspective not only improves your state of mind, but also demonstrates resilience and a positive attitude. Practicing gratitude strengthens your ability to face life with a more balanced and optimistic view, thus improving both your interpersonal relationships and your own personal satisfaction. Regularly practicing gratitude also has proven benefits for mental and physical health. Studies show that people who practice gratitude regularly experience lower levels of stress, better quality of sleep, and greater satisfaction with life. These benefits translate into a more positive and energetic disposition, which is naturally attractive to others. It's important to remember that gratitude must be genuine. It's not about ignoring problems or pretending everything is okay, but about recognizing and valuing the good things that coexist with challenges. Sincere practice of gratitude creates a solid foundation of emotional well-being that is perceived and appreciated by those around you. Finally, cultivating gratitude helps develop a more positive and balanced worldview. By focusing on the blessings of life, you become a more pleasant and attractive person to be around. This not only improves your interpersonal relationships, but also contributes to a happier and more satisfying life. Gratitude, as the Stoics teach, is a key to happiness and inner peace and a powerful attractant to others. Lesson 6. Develop patience. Patience is a central virtue in Stoicism and an essential quality for any successful relationship. The Stoics taught that to achieve inner peace and happiness, we need to learn to be patient, both with others and ourselves. Patience allows us to deal with frustrations and adversities calmly and controlled, which is highly attractive and respectable, Epictetus, one of the great Stoic philosophers, said that no great deed is done suddenly, it requires patience. This quote underscores the importance of patience as a component for achieving long-term goals and maintaining harmonious relationships. To develop patience, start by practicing acceptance. Recognize that some things are beyond your control and that trying to force or rush them only leads to frustration. Acceptance allows you to deal with situations more calmly and clearly, without being dominated by impatience or irritation. A practical way to cultivate patience is through mindfulness practice. These practices help increase awareness of the present moment and reduce emotional reactivity. When you find yourself in a situation that tests your patience, breathe deeply and observe your thoughts and feelings without judging them. This pause can make a big difference in how you react. Additionally, it's important to set realistic expectations for yourself and others. Often, impatience arises from unrealistic or excessively high expectations. Learning to adjust your expectations can help you be more patient and deal with situations more balanced. The Stoics emphasize the importance of accepting reality as it is, rather than how we would like it to be. Patience also involves being kind to yourself during the process of growth and change. Understand that personal development takes time and that it's normal to make mistakes along the way. Practice self-compassion and remember that each small step towards your goal is an achievement. In relationships, patience is crucial for resolving conflicts and building trust. When you demonstrate patience, you show others that you are willing to listen, understand, and wait for things to resolve. This strengthens bonds and creates an environment of mutual respect and cooperation. The practice of patience can also be seen as a form of discipline. It is the ability to wait and persevere even when things are not going as planned. This discipline is a mark of strong and resilient character, qualities that are deeply attractive to others. Finally, remember that patience is a continuous process. It's not something you achieve once and for all, but rather a skill that develops and improves over time. Each challenge and each moment of waiting is an opportunity to practice and strengthen this virtue. By developing patience, you not only improve your ability to deal with life's difficulties, but also become a more balanced and reliable person. This quality is highly attractive and contributes to healthier and longer-lasting relationships. Patience, as the Stoics teach, is a key to inner peace and a fuller and more rewarding life. Lesson 7. Stay calm under pressure. Staying calm under pressure is a fundamental skill in Stoicism and a quality that can set you apart in any situation. The Stoics believed that our true strength is revealed when we face adversity with serenity and clarity. The ability to remain calm in stressful moments not only improves your decisions, but also increases your respect and attraction among others. Epictetus, one of the most influential Stoic philosophers, taught that virtues manifest themselves in adversity. This quote highlights the importance of maintaining calm and composure when facing challenges, as it is in these moments that our true nature and character are revealed. To start practicing calm under pressure, it's essential to develop self-awareness. This involves being aware of your emotional and physical reactions when you are in stressful situations. Meditation and mindfulness practice are effective tools for increasing this awareness. Dedicate a few minutes each day to focus on your breathing and observe your thoughts without judgment. This practice can help you respond more calmly and controlled in high-pressure situations. Another useful technique is visualization. Before facing a potentially stressful situation, visualize yourself handling it calmly and effectively. Imagine yourself maintaining composure, speaking clearly, and making rational decisions. This mental preparation can increase your confidence and ability to stay calm when the real situation arises. Additionally, learn to breathe deeply. Deep, controlled breathing is a simple yet powerful way to calm the nervous system and reduce stress. When you feel the pressure mounting, stop for a moment and breathe slowly and deeply. This technique can help slow down your body's fight or flight response and allow you to think more clearly. The Stoics also teach us to focus on what is within our control. In high-pressure moments, it's easy to feel overwhelmed by what we cannot control. However, by focusing on the actions and decisions within our reach, we can reduce stress and handle the situation more effectively. As Marcus Aurelius wrote, "You have power over your mind, not outside events." Realize this, and you will find strength. Staying calm under pressure also involves practicing acceptance. Accept that some things will not go as planned and that making mistakes is part of the process. This acceptance reduces anxiety and allows you to handle setbacks with more grace and flexibility. Finally, remember that calm is a skill that develops with time and practice. Each challenging situation is an opportunity to strengthen this skill. Be patient with yourself and acknowledge your progress. By developing the ability to stay calm under pressure, you will become a more resilient and reliable person. This quality not only improves your personal and professional life, but also makes you more attractive to others. Serenity in moments of crisis is a mark of inner strength and wisdom that are deeply admired and valued. Now that you know the secrets to becoming irresistible and valuing your own power, you are ready to transform your relationships. Remember, everything starts with valuing yourself. If you like this content, don't forget to subscribe to the channel and turn on notifications so you don't miss the next videos. Write "obsessed" in the comments if you are committed to applying these techniques in your life. See you in the next video.